if you want to go female, it becomes a female. For this video, we're going to be a male. So we're going to randomize what we want to look like because I don't want to take time in building this thing. So, excuse me. Sorry about the hiccup. Let's go with, say, something kind of fun. Let's see. This is the bad part of randomizing. You can't really pick. He's too tall. The fun part is you can actually create some weird looking people. I just don't. Well, he's tall. You can have big old biceps. You can have a small dwarf looking like dude. But I think I'm just gonna go back to just a normal person. So change your name. So of course, like I said, my name is Diebold Lee. Alright, so spawn new survivor. Let's go. So currently we're doing an episode on actual island. So we're starting from the very big get-go, and we're working from episode 1 all the way up until whatever episode I decide to end the game on. Not 100% sure where that's going to go just yet. Anyways, you get popped up right here. I do have my game currently modded, so I do have certain things, and I will collect a lot more stuff versus your normal average Joe. And the reason for that is because I'm a very busy person, and I like to build things a lot quicker than your regular average Joe. So for me, it's a lot easier for me just to do it this route. So right now what we're doing is we're collecting wood, fiber, rock, thatch, berries. Just basically your regular Ark beginning crafting elements that you need to get. So I'm already becoming too fat. Sorry, becoming too heavy a weight. So my weight needs to go up. Like I said, I have it modded, so it's giving about 100 every time I add my weight, and the health at the same point in time. The reason why I had this many points is because I basically had it to where it literally straight up, I could just go ahead and go through and make my character the way I want to make him. But for now, let's see. Crafting skill is really pretty important. It makes you craft a lot quicker than your average Joe. I like crafting skill quite a bit. Let's go a little more on health. I'm starting to get to the point where, let's see here. Weight. I usually do about 17 or about 2,000 in weight. And the reason for that is because you will get to the point where you're going to need quite a bit of weight later on in the game. But like I said, you're only going to get that weight if you mod the game like I do. So I'm once again starving. But currently, I think I have enough stuff to build some stuff, so let's get in the building. So today's video is basically going to be about the beginning stages of being an Ark survivalist. So we're going to learn how to go ahead and create our very own thatch building, basically. So depending on the size, we will see how big I decide to go. Just depends on my time here I got. So right now I'm collecting metal, flint, and stone from that. And I'm going to come over here to the tree and I'm going to get thatch and wood. So just to let you know a little thing about the game. Pickaxes, like what I have right here. It basically collects your thatch, flint. It will do some wood and it will do some metal and stone and yada yada. But it won't do as good as like something above it, which is like a not pickaxe, a hatchet. Now a hatchet will do a lot better. So if we go in here, we type in hatchet, and boom, there it is. So you get your stone hatchet, and while we're here, we might as well go ahead and do the SS. So I am running a mod called SS. It's called Superstructures. Shout out to the people who made Superstructures. It used to be a different one, however, it no longer works in the new updates of the game and stuff. So That's why we now use the SS, which is the superstructures. Awesome little tool to have. So I got also beefy brews. Beefy brews are pretty cool. My biggest thing is I like the max health, and I like the taming, and I like the wake up in case you go to sleep. And the other one is XP. So those guys will help out when you come to the point where you want to upgrade your dinosaurs a lot quicker. Upgrade stations and blueprint stations are definitely a must in this game. I would 100% recommend it just because the fact of the matter is that you're going to want to upgrade your weapons to the best of the abilities you can do. In your game. So let's get some beefy brews going here again. Meat spoiler. I have also a meat spoiler thing on here. And also a wood spoiler, I think. I have AA, which is an awesome fun little thing to use. Transfer tool is a really good one. Transfer gun. There is a demo gun. That one's a really good one too. Repair gun. Nah, I don't use that one too much. So let's see. We need a campfire. We need a spear. There's the SS campfire. It allows you to actually... So SS campfire, it allows you to pick it up. Regular campfire, you can't pick it up. So just remember that. SS stuff, you're allowed to pick up. But when it's non-SS, you cannot pick it up. So when you're building your base and whatnot, just remember, like when you put just regular thatch buildings down or whatnot, you're not going to be able to pick it up because you don't have the capability like you would if you were SS. Like you would using the not simple spawners, but SS. This one also has simple spawners in. Thank you for the people that made simple spawners. That one's a pretty nice one also. CKF is also in this game, which is basically like right here. Stuff like this, CKF. But right now, we're just going to go through the basics. Basically, we're just going to make just your regular average Joe stuff for now. So we're going to make a hatchet. And we're going to make a campfire. And then we're going to... So, let's see here. Thatch foundation. So we're going to make a foundation of thatch. Let's do like a... I don't know. Let's say for this intro part, let's do a 10 by 10. So we need about 20... About 20 of those. So we're going to make 20. We're going to need one door. So SS thatch door. And thatch wall we're going to eventually get to. So we're going to do about, let's see, if I calculate my math right, if I'm doing too high, should be about 40. Minus 1 for the door thatch frame. And now we're going to need the ceiling. The ceiling we're going to do 20, because we're only doing the one. Yeah, so let's see here. We got that stuff building right now. So let's go ahead and get our weapon wheel here going. I like to set mine up this way. You don't have to set it up the way I'm setting it up. The reason why I like it set this way is just for me, it's just a lot easier. So I am running this game on max settings. So currently, if you go to options, you can see it's all on max settings. Currently it's on custom because I am using the EVGA's, I forgot what it's called, the EVGA's experience, whatever it's called. But right now I have it on custom, but everything's on epic basically. Like, this thing looks great. I'm using right now a GTX 1660 Ti, and it's running it pretty good. There is little times where it has issues loading in, where I'll see the trees don't load up in as quick as they normally would, but that's totally okay. I don't have my cross arrows on like I should, but it's alright. So I'm basically, wow, that was really, really bad. I'm basically just trying to get myself some hide so I can make an actual bed. And I guess I used all my, oh, he's gonna blind me. I guess I used all my stuff. I didn't know about it. Alright, so keep an eye on that. Don't forget that you have a limited amount of spears. So we got ourselves some hide there. So let's make a bed real quick. So SS simple bed. And while that stuff's going, I'm gonna upgrade my health. Alright. So since we got a bed going, let's just go ahead and make ourselves a home away from home. Now, this is the very beginning part, entrance of the island. If you do the very first spawn, you will be spawned right there. So one thing I like to do is I like to go a little more venturing. And so what I'm going to do is actually, I know there's a spot right here that I like to kind of do because I like the wall structure right here. So I'll be building a base basically over there, yonder, for my first little base I'm going to build. On top of this hill up here, so if I press M for PC map, you'll see this is basically a basic map. Right now I forgot to add on showing me exactly where I'm at. But if we think about it, if I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking I'm around, I want to say 50 longitude and latitude. I want to say I'm probably about, I don't know, 72, something like that. So eventually I will have a different thing on called Awesome Spyglass. And that Awesome Spyglass will usually tell you exactly where you are. And shout out to the creators of Awesome Spyglass. That thing is a helper because what's cool about it, and I'll show you down later on in a different episode, it actually tells you what the dinosaur stats are at, which is awesome. So basically, like I said, I'm gonna build a base around here. Now, since I have this layer of water, I can go ahead and build on top and not have to really worry about it. So let's go with 5. So let's say about right here. 1, 2. So there's 10. Now if we go 10 more this way, and then I have to build more thatch to fill up the rest. Didn't do my math very good, obviously, but that's okay. So 1, 2. It's alright. We're just gonna keep going until it's built. Now, like I said, this is just a basic base. Now, if you're playing on PvE, you'll be okay. But if you're playing on PvP, be prepared to get destroyed. So now here's one thing I do want to mention. So if you look right here, see how I can't put it on top? So I can't put that one up. However, what I can do, since it's SS, I could take it. Oh, piranhas. Those things are very annoying in first game. So I could take it like that, and then voila, I could build on top of it. So now we gotta build quite a bit more. So let's see here. SS thatch. Let's go ahead and build another, I want to say about maybe 40. So let's build about 40 of them. So, and we're going to build, or we already built ceilings, so we're going to we'll take the walls actually. And then we'll take this guy, and we'll take the door, and we'll figure out where we want our first base, our entrance to be at. So, I probably want a number 5. So if we go down over here and we count out towards 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that about there is where it should be, about in the middle. Let's see. I don't know. I think I need to go over one more, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. I'm like way off. So let's go from that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on this one, we're gonna put the door right there. That's close enough, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So on the middle one, which is like 6 basically. So then we're gonna put the door. That way you have in and out. Oh, also SS. You can basically walk up to it and it'll open for you. Now you can deactivate that. PC users hold down E and you go to where it says switch to manual, and you can manually do it, or like what I like to do, I switch it back to automatic, and instead what I do is auto close only. So that means when you leave, it automatically closes. Okay? That's something for you guys to know. Now we're gonna just keep building here. So we're gonna keep building. Like I said, great thing about doing the one that I did, SS, is that you could do what I just did. Now, here's the only downfall. So, now this is where you gotta be. Just keep going to the basic ones that will allow you to set up normal. Once it gets to the point where you can't, and you have to go down to this whole second thing, like that, and then you're gonna end up doing that. But try to keep your cruiser up. It helps out quite a bit when you're doing it. If you keep it upwards, instead of down, it won't go down like the other one did. And sometimes it will actually just go ahead and... Oh yeah, I need a lot more. Alright, so we're going to build more thatch foundations. So let's see. So we did a... We originally did 20. We originally did 20 foundations right there. So 20 times 20. So we have 400 square feet. So we're basically building a 400 square foot house right now. So yeah. Let's go with another 40. Oh, come on. Now, if you're playing regular, this would take a lot longer than what it is for me right now, because like I said, I'm modding it. So for me, it doesn't take as long to build. There goes a Petrodon. If you know what a Petrodon is, go ahead. Well, not what it is. So, I don't know how many of you guys watching this video used to watch Land Before Time. I'm a 90s kid, so for me, Land Before Time when I was born was awesome. Now, if you know what a Petrodon's name is in Land Before Time, put the comment down below and give me that answer. That way I know who's really watching this fully, and I can kind of gauge my, my videos towards maybe that kind of a population if you're younger or if you're older. Right now I'm kind of just more watching my P's and Q's on my videos just to make sure that I got a certain type of audience before I do anything. Like I said, this is the first video of the series. I'm going to have other videos in this series, but right now this is the only one I have for the series, and this is episode 1. So, once this is done, we're going to call episode 1 done. So basically, episode 2 will come after, and depending on how many likes we get here, so let's say about 50 likes on this one, I'll go ahead and do episode 2 within the same week, and then we'll go from there. One thing too for PC users, if you already have the actual item inside of your hotkey and you need to build it, you can literally just press that number and it will just automatically build it, instead of having to go back and forth like I was doing originally. I don't know how it's gonna work for PC. Hey, Mr. Bird, your wobbling's really weird. Go away. Go away. Ooh, drag a fish to feed it. Yeah, well, I don't have a fish for you right now, so I'm not too worried about you. But you would have been an easy, nice first tame. So all you had to do on that tame was basically kill a fish and drag a fish to it. But I just wanted to build this base and get it over with. So now, usually thatch bases, I don't ever normally go this big. The only reason I'm doing it is just to basically make this video. And one thing, honestly, what I do, especially since I mod the game, I just go straight to a stone building, or CKF, which is the mod, which is an awesome mod, by the way. They have these castle keeps, and you can make basically like your own castles. It's pretty awesome. Look up since you're on YouTube, look up CKF builds and take a look at different people's builds and just check them out. Some of these people that come up with these builds, they're just huge and beautiful, and it's just like, to have that mindset to be an architect to the point that, oh man, I can only imagine what they could do in real life if they had these unlimited funds. Oh, I don't know where that one went. I placed one down, but no idea where it went. We're almost there, guys. The walls won't take as long. One thing cool about CKF walls too, when you build them, is you can actually when you build them, they could be 2-tier high versus a 1-tier, and you don't have to stack on top of each other. That's one thing that I like a lot about CKF. Now, don't get CKF confused with CFK. It's not the same. It's not CKF. KFC. It's not the same. It's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, I did that a couple times where I would put it into the list, and I would be like, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And next you know, I want some chicken. But there's no chickens in Ark. You call Dodo's chickens if you want, but there's usually no chickens in Ark. Alright. Like I said, this won't take as long. But it does take some time just because the fact of the matter is it's a bigger base. Now, for all those who are viewing, just a heads up, I won't talk all the time in the videos. This is mainly videos for you guys to watch and kind of like a gameplay almost, but also for you to kind of get knowledge on the stuff. I'll make commentaries here and there, but it's not an every moment thing where I'll be talking, unlike some of the other YouTubers that I have watched in the past. So we need about 42 more thatch walls. Remember SS and then space thatch and then wall, and then you do 42. But I don't have enough stuff, and I'm assuming it's thatch I don't have enough of. So let's cut down this random log and see if we can get more from it. Like I said, I think it's the thatch. No, it is probably fiber, judging by that look of how much material we had. So we're gonna walk up here, grab us some fiber. Plenty of fiber to do what we want to do. Just getting more, 'cause I know I gotta make more roofs, and roofs are very easy to make too. So one thing that's cool about having this base down here too, if you really wanted to later on in the game, we could build this base up even higher, and we can make those levels up there, the rocks, into basically levels. And we can build higher, and we can like level it up to it where we have like stories almost. And that's one thing I just thought about right now. And then you could have like your dinos up there or whatever. Like I said, this base is definitely not a good little base for any of you PvP players. I definitely would not recommend this thatch of a base. It's just not the greatest. And also this spot right here, it's not the greatest spot for elements or like your natural resources you need. It's a good little beginner spot, because the thing is about a spot, not many hard dinos or big dinos that are going to kill you get spawned here. And that's the one thing that's cool about this. So let's put down a campfire real quick, because I am hungry. So let's put it down here in the corner. Now it's not going to light your stuff on fire, so don't worry about that. Now we're going to give it just some wood. And we're going to light it up. We're going to let it burn. Like Usher in his song, "Gotta Let It Burn." If you know what song I'm talking about, you 90s kids. Or maybe even 2000 kids. Very beginning 2000 kids though, like 2000 and 2001 maybe knows that song. I don't know when Usher came out with "Let It Burn." It was a while ago, that's for sure. Okay, so there's that. So now we're going to do our ceiling. So we're going to take that, and since we're here, we're just going to take a bed, and we're just going to put a bed. Let's put the bed by the pretty little campfire. Okay, let's get some meat up in here. We're going to eat the meat because we are starving. Now, this is the part that's going to take the longest. One thing I do recommend, if you could do it, and I'm going to see if I could do it here. One thing I recommend you doing is, if you can, build yourself almost like a stairs. And no, you cannot jump up there. So one thing you could do, you could go ahead and build a ladder. And this will make it 10 times easier for you to get up there. So we just built ourselves a ladder. And we're going to craft one real quick. And we're going to do SS. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that ladder basically to the point where we can get up there with ease. Let's see if this works. Cool. And then what you're going to do from here is you're just going to literally just build. This is the part where it's going to go pretty quick because you don't got to don't have to worry about facing your stuff a certain way, usually. Unless you do like stone and wood and you really want it to look a certain way. Oh man, we're gonna need like a bunch of these roofs. Let's go with, okay, 50. So we're gonna need more than 50, I have a feeling. So look right there towards that end. I don't know if you look over there, fallen trees. That is a Spinosaurus. So now a Spinosaurus spawns a lot over there. And looking at that right there, I don't want to go over there. So let's try to stay over here. And hopefully it will not come over here. Usually the Spinosaurus will not attack your base unless it's provoked by you. Or maybe a dino in your base. Or if you have turrets going on. That's the only way it's going to get provoked and it's going to come after your base. So you don't usually have to worry about that. They're not like super aggressive towards you kind of dinosaurs. They're just more really aggressive towards other dinosaurs. So just remember that. Now we're going to let them build a little more. See, and this is why I said, man, I'm already max level. Hey, I got my beard going on. Kind of starting to look like me. Need to, the crafting skill, if you get that crafting skill really high, this would take, like, no time. One thing, too, is when you start crafting in a bench, if I'm not mistaken, I think your crafting goes up higher because of the bench. I think something... If I'm not mistaken, I think something actually like affects it. But don't quote me on that because I don't remember. I've only been playing Ark since like 2015 when it first came out on pre-launch. Which, by the way, I've been playing since then. This game is amazing. I love Ark. It's such a fun game. So let's get some wood just in case it's the wood that we need. It's giving me thatch too, so what I'm going to do is get some plants, just in case it's fiber. Okay, so we're going to go back to the base. And it's now nighttime, so we're going to bring out our torch. Now, one thing that's cool about the torch is you can actually throw the torch and it'll light up your area. So if you, for PC users, if you actually go ahead and right click, it will actually go ahead and throw it away for you. But right now I want it up since it's nighttime. I do have nighttime on a faster speed just because I'm not a big fan of the nighttime kind of stuff. I like to have it all daytime so I can build. That way I can go ahead and build stuff. And it's just easier to see at day, not nighttime. So, as of right now, if you hear that sound, if I'm not mistaken, I believe daytime is approaching us already. So nighttime is basically over. One thing if you're playing like an average Joe, nighttime, there is these bird creatures that you will encounter one of these days that literally will come and just attack you at nighttime that are just so evil. They'll take your stuff and it just makes you so mad you gotta go chase them. But during the daytime, they're like, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're a little nicer. I think all they do is take your stuff and they run away. But at nighttime, they attack you. They go on like full-on beast mode and kill you. And they go on a killing spree, basically. But usually around that point in time game frame, you probably will go ahead and have some kind of a weapon. Usually right about now, I don't think you usually would have too much of a weapon besides a spear and a torch. Just depends on how quick of a game player you are. if you do like what I'm doing, you mod it, you'll have it pretty quick, and you'll have some awesome ones. So yeah, so let's go ahead and pick up the ladder since we're done with it now. And then time for our last and final piece, and there you go. There's our 20 by or 10 by 10 base, which so it's quite big base. Usually this is pretty about average size that I build. And the reason for that is because I do a lot of sorting. So I'll have like a cabinet that has wood, thatch, fiber, and so on, so on. Each element has their own resource. But anyways, before we get out of here, let's get some clothes on my guy. Just because, you don't want to be naked in the wilderness. What about snakes? Like, there's things that are going to come and get you. So, let's see. Let's get some clothes on this guy. Alright, so we got some clothes on me. So now one thing to know about this is that later down the road, you can actually paint this clothing, which is pretty cool. So anyways, I thank you guys for watching this episode 1. And if you like this episode, go ahead and put a like down below. Do your comments if you want to comment about anything, if I missed anything, or you want me to go ahead and go over in different episodes, just so I can kind of get a game plan and jot things down and I can go through it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button below and subscribe to my channel. This is very beginning of me doing videos, so forgive me if I am not like everyone else on YouTube. I definitely have a different mild personality. It's not like crazy upbeat like other people do. But I hope in all reality of just gameplay in general, you guys liked it. And you guys can learn some stuff in Ark, and I can teach you what I can. Anyways, so that's not the button I wanted. I wanted this one. I appreciate you guys coming down, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later.